Ben McQuinney Outdoor Radio is brought to you by AnglersChoice.ca, the Angler's Choice in handmade soft plastics. Also presented to you by Handlebars Musky Lures, Zing the Bling, Frantic Big Game Baits, Keith's Trophy Fishing, Fish NV Guide Service, and Husky Musky Leaders. You're listening to Ben McQuinney Outdoor Radio. Folks, morning. It's nice and cloudy out there. I'm sure some people are trying to find their way to an ice fishing spot. It's been cold these last few days. Always check the ice reports. I'm on the line with tacklegrab.com, and I'll let Tori introduce my special guest. Tori?
Sure. So we have Scott Karandanis, the CEO and founder of Tackle Grab, on the line, and he's looking forward to sharing some details about our business and how we work with both the U.S. and Canadian markets.
Fantastic. And you're more than welcome to be on the show. I think it's, like we were saying just before we started here, it's a great kind of free trade kind of thing in the sport fishing industry between the U.S. and American market, that if somebody likes a product that they've seen while they were visiting up in Canada, or vice versa, if somebody saw a product that they liked in the U.S., it's one way to get those products. But there is a little bit of a story behind this company, isn't there?
Yeah, no, absolutely. There is a little bit of a story and how it was started. Tackle Grab was the concept came about 2 years ago, and it was drawn upon by another company that came into the subscription style market, which is called Birchbox, which was a subscription style company that focused on women's cosmetics and skincare line.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, the person the girl I was dating, she was receiving these subscriptions, and after looking at the model and seeing that women could have a profile, and based on their profile, they would receive samples of cosmetics and skincare items that potentially would work for them. So I thought, what a great way for someone to sample different brands that they may not have that are potentially relevant to them.
Mm-hmm. And
then when they found something they liked, being able to put it back in at a discounted price based on a member value system that Birchbox had.
And you have companies from all over the place parlaying with you in this Tackle Grab.
Yeah, no, we do. I mean, right now we work with roughly 50 different brand partners, and that is constantly growing.
That's fantastic. And Tori, how did you get hooked into Tackle Grab?
To use this fishing alliteration, right?
Yeah.
I joined the team about a year ago once they began to launch their business, and one of the most important things that we discovered with Tackle Grab is that word of mouth really has boosted our business, and the 40 to 50 million fishermen in the U.S. really have a close-knit network. So what I do is spread the message about the company, whether that's through social media channels or traditional public relations.
I had a friend talk about I guess you could call it e-commerce, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So we were talking about the e-commerce and how that and the ability of direct purchase now really seems to sometimes put the hurt on the smaller stores. How do you guys weigh in on that?
Yeah, for us, we don't look at ourselves as a competitor with a local brick and mortar store, because when someone's fishing a specific area and they need more baits based on the region that they're fishing, they're going to be going to mom and pop stores.
Yeah.
We can't announce it just yet, but we're looking to launch a program which actually helps support local businesses, mom and pop tackle stores within areas from the e-commerce side. But as a general rule, and how this market has been trending, e-commerce sales have been growing at a pace of roughly 25% a year, whereas brick and mortar stores have been decreasing between 7 to 9%. So just because of the easy access and availability of being able to purchase products online, and it definitely has taken a strain on traditional business.
Wow. Yeah, I would have to agree with that 100%. You took the words right out of my mouth, and that is fantastic that you guys are wanting to work with the smaller mom and pop shops, because I've seen a couple of your boxes, and I got to tell you, you have some brands that not everybody's carrying in different areas where I go fishing, and it's like, hey, now this is an idea. So tell me how it works. How do I get involved with Tackle Grab online? I'm fishing in, me and my nephew are fishing in Mississippi, and we're catfishing.
Sure, you mean, yep. So it's a pretty simple process. You go to www.tacklegrab.com, and you'll go to the membership page, and there you have 4 choices of plans that you can purchase for membership. So we have a month-to-month cancel anytime subscription. You get your first box for $5, and then every other box is $16 a month. You can cancel anytime. Mm-hmm. And if you want to do a multi-month package, you get more value there because the price point goes down because you're buying in bulk. So a 3-month package, you pay $42 up front, so that price has dropped to $14 a month. Mm-hmm. For a 6-month package, you pay up front $78, so that price has dropped to $13 a month. And then for the greatest savings, you go for a full year package, which is $144 or $12 a month. And then once you select your package, you then fill out your shipping information and general data. Mm-hmm. And then your last step is to fill out your fishing profile. And your fishing profile is going to tell us basically, who you are as an angler, where you align yourself within expertise. Are you beginner, intermediate? Are you expert? Mm-hmm. What species do you regularly target? What techniques do you use to target those species? The general types of bodies of water that you most typically fish, mm-hmm. and some other relevant data. And with that data, we're able to then streamline with our brand partners different types of bait and tackle that are actually relevant to you and your fishing needs. So if you're fishing for catfish and you're doing a lot of whether float rigs or bottom fishing rigs, we'll be able to deliver different styles of tackle and brands that are producing those types of products for that style of fishing. And then every month you will receive a box of 4 to 5 items based on your preferences for you to fish with. And when you find stuff that you really do like, you're able to buy those products back in our online store at a discount up to 40% by using what we call Tackle Grab points, mm-hmm. the loyalty points. Yeah. And they allow you to just get additional savings, and it's basically a thank you from us by being a member.
Fantastic. Now, we all see the gift cards this time of year, right? Any promotions going on right now?
Yeah, right now we are. We're having a promotion in which we started on Black Friday, which is 20% off any of our Tackle Grab multi-membership members, which is the 3, 6, and 12-month memberships, mm-hmm. or any of our Tackle Grab gifts. And Tackle Grab gifts is the same thing. It's a 3, 6, or 12-month package, but it allows a purchaser to purchase it for a specific person, and they then receive an email with a welcome and activation instructions. So from now until Christmas, you'll have the ability to knock off 20% of any of our memberships or gift packages.
And it's free shipping. It blew my mind when I saw free shipping. I'm like, what? How does a company do that? So, but that's fantastic. You don't need to explain that, but I think that's fantastic. So you got the double thumbs up from Ben McQuinney Outdoors and Ben McQuinney Outdoor Radio for sure for having that kind of a system set up. And like you said, it allows everybody in the dynamic of novice to expert to sample different lures and try out different techniques every month. So, awesome. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we're going to talk a little bit more about TackleGrab.com, and we'll have Tori and Scott send us off. All right, folks, we're back. I've seen a couple commercials. Sasha, you tell me about them. They're comical. They're intriguing, and it makes you sit there. And the next thing I know, I'm on your site.
Yeah. Well, we were looking for ways to draw, some viral action and get a little word of mouth going around about the company, and we threw together this one commercial, which actually came out a lot better than we originally had thought, and it's kind of gotten a decent viral following, which was pushed, which really gave us a good push start to where we are today.
Awesome.
But it's nothing more than one of my friends dressed up as a fish tackling me. I think sometimes dumb humor can be the best humor, and our fan base definitely thinks so.
Awesome.
We had fun with it.
And your fan base right now on Facebook?
Yeah, right now we have roughly about 55,000 fans on Facebook, and they've been a huge part in growing our business and creating word of mouth. And we really wouldn't be here today without them. They've been a massive supporter in the business and the concept, and we are, and they've actually given us a lot of great ideas. We interact with our audience on if not daily, hourly basis.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. They've been wonderful in giving great suggestions on how to improve the business, and or even suggesting different brands that we haven't. So they've really opened our eyes up. And the one thing you have to do as a young, small business is listen to your audience and listen to your members. Because they're the ones who are buying into your service. And
that's right.
When they give you feedback, you definitely have to be receptive of it.
Absolutely. Tori, send us off. What's the website?
www.tacklegrab.com. Visit us on Facebook and also on Twitter as well with that same Tacklegrab username.
Awesome. Sash, Tori, thank you so much for being a part of Ben McWhinney Outdoor Radio right here on the Reno Viola Outdoor Radio Network.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
All right, folks, welcome to Ben McWhinney Outdoor Radio, right here on the Reno Viola Outdoor Radio Network. Some of my roots take hold in a special little place called Elliot Lake, and it's only a half-hour drive off the 17. And I have today Miss Kate Nedoweski on the line, and she would like to share, as well as I would like to share, an upcoming event in February, the annual Ice Fishing Derby. Kate, it's a pleasure to have you on the show today.
Thank you. Nice to talk to you.
So, tell us about the ice fishing event.
Okay, well, this coming year will be our 8th annual Ice Fishing Derby, and it's presented on the 22nd of February. It's always held the last weekend of February. Last year we had our total prize purse was $35,050.
Wow.
That was the grand prize, so it's always half the purse.
Mm-hmm.
It's the grand prize. So we're hoping for an excellent turnout this year. We're hoping for at least 700 to 1,000 people, and very popular event. So top 10 are always guaranteed a prize, and the second prize this year is a Polaris Sportsman 570 EPS.
Wow.
The 2014 vehicle. So that's a really nice second prize as well. So lots of really good prizes. Lots of fun to be had. We hold the event on Horn Lake, which is just pretty much downtown Elliot Lake. And it's a really great event.
Fantastic. Now, in years gone by, the event, this is the first year for Horn, isn't it?
I'm sorry?
Is this the first year the event's being held on Horn Lake?
No, it's always been held on Horn Lake.
Okay. What about the ice fishing on Eston Lake? There was an event that was held on Eston Lake. Do you know anything about that?
I'm not familiar with that one.
Okay.
No.
All right.
There is another event that's held on Dunlop Lake. There's another fishing derby that's held in the winter at Dunlop Lake as well.
Yes, and that's a lovely stretch of country up that way.
It sure is, yes.
Winter or summer.
Absolutely.
Kate, so can you give our listeners a quick way to get in contact to purchase tickets for the event and directions to the event for the upcoming event here in February?
Yes, we actually have an early bird draw right now. It's a special Christmas draw. So if you purchase your registration before December 15th, you can be entered into a draw for $500 in cash. So you have to have purchased your registration by the 15th of December to be entered into that draw. For tickets, you can call our 1-800 number, which is 1-800-661-6192, and you can purchase with credit card over the phone.
Fantastic. Now, $500 on an early bird draw, that sure buys a lot of ice fishing gear.
It sure does, and right before Christmas too. That would be nice for somebody to win that before Christmas.
Absolutely. Now, can you tell us a couple of the local sponsors that are helping out with this year's year's coming up event?
Yes, we have some fabulous sponsors. We have the Elliot Lake Trading Post, Elnos, Canadian Tire, Moose FM 94.1.
The home of Bobby Alexander.
That's the one. Also the Standard, Sioux Mill, Rona, Elliot Equipment, 100.7 The Island, Move and Save, and K&K Embroidery.
Fantastic. You have a great bunch of supporters there, all locally owned and family operated in the area and the region. Fantastic. Well, Kate, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the line to talk about Elliot Lake's ice fishing annual derby. And we'll be posting some links up on our Facebook page, folks, so you'll be able to get some more information there as well.
Wonderful.
Kate, thank you.
So much for your interest.
Ben McQuinney Outdoor Radio is brought to you by AnglersChoice.ca, the Angler's Choice in handmade soft plastics. Also presented to you by Handlebars Musky Lures, Zing the Bling, Frantic Big Game Baits, Keith's Trophy Fishing, Fish NV Guide Service, and Husky Musky Leaders. You're listening to Ben McQuinney Outdoor Radio. All right, folks, it's time for the Fishing Algoma Weather and Ice Fishing Report with Carter Dorsch. Carter, take it away.
For this weekend, the weather looks like it should be staying fairly consistent. We're looking at temperatures from 6 or 7 degrees below, with lows of -12 or 14. There will be mixes of sun and cloud all weekend, with a few chances of snow flurries. There's one snow squall warning in effect for the Searchmont, Montreal River, Batchewana, and Lake Spear Provincial Park area up until Friday night. As for the ice conditions, there have been many reports of 4-inch ice on the smaller inland lakes and enclosed areas or areas close to shore on the St. Mary's River. People have started to fish and have been successful. However, due to the recent rain on Wednesday night, some areas are no longer safe, so please use extra caution. See you next week, right here on the Ben McQuinney Outdoor Radio.
We are Rob and you're on the water with the Bassasins. Ice season has begun and the first reports have gotten everyone excited. We were able to hunt down a few safe spots this week and managed to land our first ice loot. Our tip this week is about first ice and safety. We can't stress enough how dangerous it can be. The golden rule is 4 inches. Before that, there's no way anyone should ever attempt to venture out there. Ice, especially early ice, changes daily, even hourly in some places, meaning a spot that had safe ice conditions yesterday could be dangerously thin the next day. Changing weather conditions and a few mild days sprinkled in the mix can wreak havoc. When being out there, never, ever take anything for granted. Even as seasoned ice anglers, we don't lose the fear of the ice, ever. Don't go out alone, wear safety picks, and always spot your way out, inching forward step by step while constantly checking the thickness of the ice. Make sure you wear spikes. Invest in a float suit which can potentially save your life. Better have it and never need it. Don't walk too close to each other. Keep a minimum of 12 to 15 feet in between. Early ice, as much as any ice, must be respected. Ice fishing can be risky all year long, but it's the most dangerous during these first weeks. No fish is worthy your own life. Safety first, then teamwork. Until next time, on the water with the Bassasins, right here on Bang Greeny Outdoors, tight lines.
Joe, how's it going?
Doing well. How about you, sir?
I'm good. How's the weather?
Oh, it's cold. It is cold up here. We just hit below 20 this afternoon.
Nice.
Get colder.
Nice. So definitely ice fishing season that way, eh?
Oh yeah, we got early ice this year. We're definitely heading out. We got shacks ready to go out as soon as the DNR says go.
Awesome. Folks, you're listening to Ben McQuinney Outdoor Radio right here on the Reno Viola Outdoor Radio Network, and we have Joe Paczkowski on the line. And Joe is our one of our Facebook T-shirt winners for Angler's Choice, and I guess you're sporting it right now, are you?
Oh yeah, it's the shirt of the season, man. I'll tell you what, everybody's loving the colors on that thing. I'll tell you what, that the leaf on there, they're wondering what is it about.
Well, Angler's Choice, as you know, is one of our sponsors for the show and product sponsors, and he had some raffle merchandise to give away, and I said, well, I'll take a T-shirt and see what I can do with it, and I'm glad it went to somebody who's a fan of the show.
You bet. Angler's Choice is some good bait. We use it off on up here. It's things to do and things to use. You never know when the fish are going to hit, but they always seem to hit the Angler's Choice, I'll tell you that.
That's great. And how do you come by your Angler's Choice tackle out in Wisconsin?
Usually via the internet up here.
Yeah?
We got a couple of bait shops around. Raleigh and Helen's up here. Sometimes they sport some of their material, but as far as that goes, usually on the internet is where I get the bait.
So you got any tips for your Wisconsin boys for the ice fishing season if they're using Angler's Choice up there?
I'd have to say bring the yellows and the oranges. You never know which one they're going to hit. I seem to have more luck on the oranges. As soon as I think that, they stop and I hit the yellow spinner spoon. So.
And what's your favorite?
It's a hard press.
What's your
up here anyway?
What's your favorite soft plastic to use for?
You know, I really like the bait, the where you stuff them in, where the tube bait.
Yep.
You know, what do they call them, the pickpockets?
Well, we all have our own terminology. We just call them tubes or bass tubes, or they're great for lake trout up this way in Canada, and walleye as well.
It's not out of them for crappies. I'll tell you what, they are good to use for the crappies as long as you get the right bait in there.
You guys have a lot of large crappie. I'm super jealous. What's your average crappie?
Throw them back if they don't reach across the bucket.
Good for you. Well, Joe, it's been a pleasure, and congratulations on the new T-shirt. And folks,
I appreciate it.
That's Joe Paczkowski. He was our Facebook winner for the Angler's Choice fan T-shirt giveaway. So, Joe, all the best to you, and tight lines.
Thanks. You too, Ben. Have a good one. Good luck fishing.
Yeah, folks, just stay tuned to our Facebook page and Angler's Choice Facebook page as well. and see when we're going to have another contest. Anyways, it is ice fishing season, and some waters are open, some are starting to close up, and one of the things that's biggest in my mind is safety at this time of year. You want to have a good safety plan, and one good idea to have is a flotation suit, or survival suit, as some like to call it. So I want to revisit a guest, Steve Wagner of Salis Marine. Take a listen. All right, folks, welcome to Ben McQuinney Outdoor Radio. My next guest is none other than Steve Wagner of Salis Marine Wear out of Waterloo, Ontario. Steve, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Ben. You're welcome. They're all flotation survival suits, all certified PFDs.
Fantastic.
So they're all Transport Canada approved. And the idea of a flotation suit is one that it's also rain. It acts as rain gear. Mm-hmm. It acts as a PFD, and it acts as warmth in the early spring, late fall, or winter.
Absolutely. That's the time that I suggest people the most to wear them is during the spring, of course, out ice fishing, and in the fall. Just because, wind plays a big role out there on the water, and if you don't have a life jacket on, at least wear a survival suit. That way, if you get a rogue wave that tosses you into the water, you're safe.
Yep. And you know what? And it's not a topic that a lot of people want to talk about, but sadly, on average, there's about 300 people that drowned in Canada. And it's not a statistic or news that people hear quite often because the news is fairly local. It doesn't become national news if somebody drowns. Mm-hmm. It's a large disaster.
Yeah.
And about half of those are boating related, and half of those are pools, backyard pools, hot tubs, beaches, and whatnot. But the other half are boating related.
Wow, that's incredible.
Pardon?
That's incredible.
Yeah, and it's a number that's pretty staggering. A lot of those drownings do happen in the winter, late fall, or early spring when the waters are colder. And when somebody falls overboard, it's not the same as falling into 70-degree water.
No.
You start to gasp for air. Your motor skills are gone. You can't swim. You're usually weighed down by some heavy clothing, mm-hmm. and without a PFD, you'd be hard pressed to survive in that kind of cold water more than 10 minutes. And it's not through hypothermia; it's through what they call the cold water shock.
Yeah, it's the shock to the system that you just can't recover from quick enough.
Exactly, and it's quite a phenomenon. So at least if you have a PFD on, not a survival suit, you're good for, in the coldest of waters, you're good for at least 45 minutes.
Treading water.
With the 45 minutes, you can usually find yourself in safety or have someone to rescue you.
So there you have it, folks. Please, from all of us here at Ben McQuinney Outdoor Radio, the Reno Viola Outdoor Radio Network, I encourage all of you to go out and buy a registered PFD or survival suit this winter. Make it somebody's Christmas gift because we always want them back next year. Until next time, this is your host, Ben McQuinney. Ben McQuinney Outdoor Radio is brought to you by AnglersChoice.ca, the Angler's Choice of handmade soft plastics. Also presented to you by Handlebars Musky Lures, Zing the Bling, Frantic Big Game Baits, Keith's Trophy Fishing, Fish NV Guide Service, and Husky Musky Leaders. You're listening to Ben McQuinney Outdoor Radio.